Good morning and welcome to Motivational Moments with Donna. Thank you for joining me today. I am Donna Hilfiger. So thank you, and I hope your New Year's resolutions are going awesome for you, and I hope you got a good takeaway from the last segment. Today, I want to talk about something that I've seen as kind of a theme in some of the emails. They said, well, I'm really just new to self-development, and you make it sound so easy, and I'm telling you, it can be just as easy for you. And I'll give you a great example. I teach this class. It was called The Secret to Manifesting Money. And because the secret is not about the money, it's about the zeros behind the dollars, but that's a whole nother segment. But I was teaching the class, and I was filming in Colorado, and the producer would listen to my segments, and I could tell he was like, what is she talking about? I said, guess what, I'm going to gift you this class. You don't have to be on it live. You can, it's pre-recorded. You can listen to the replays. Well, come to find out, months later, I was having lunch with him, and he said, I want to tell you something I never told you. And I said, what's that? He said, you know that class you gave me? And I said, yes. I said, did you enjoy it? He said, well, not only did I enjoy it, he said, you're not going to believe what I manifested. He said, for years, there was this house that I loved and I wanted, and there was no way that I could afford it, nor would I be able to. He said, at least that's what I thought. He said, so I listened to your classes, and he said, I was sitting in sight of that. I parked my vehicle so that I could stare at that house while I was listening to your classes. He said, and a long story short, he said, I'm now living in that house. And he said, if you ask me how, I couldn't tell you. He said, I have no idea how all of this was even possible, but I made it happen. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I hear so many stories like that. That's why I love doing these segments with you, because if I can inspire anybody out there to take action in their life and believe that they can achieve something that they thought that they never could, because this gentleman had never studied self-development. He just happened upon this class because I gave it to him, and he thought, what the heck, give it a shot. What do I have to lose? Now he's living in his dream house. Can't make this stuff up. And I've got story after story after story like that. So he's no different than any of you. Any of you who have written in and said, well, I've never studied self-development, and this seems so easy for you. And, it is easy for me because I believe it, and I've been doing it for so long, and it could be easy for you. Once you get that momentum going in your own life, then it could be easy for you. And let me tell you a funny story. My husband and I were in the Atlantis Hotel in Nassau, Bahamas, in Paradise Island years ago. And there was this guy sitting there playing poker. We were playing 3-card poker. It was fun. And I have fun with it. It's not, I don't sit down to win a lot of money with it. I just sit down to have fun with it. Well, he was playing with $100 chips. And the next thing I know, he's losing hand after hand after hand. And I said, do you want me to tell you the secret to gambling? I said, see it and believe it. See it in your mind. 3 of a kind, 3 in a row, 3 of the same suit. He rolled his eyes at me and continued to let his chips dwindle down until he lost every single chip. And he got up and left the table. So I'm like, hey, I'll give these people at the table, a little quick pick me up. I said, I'm going to show you how this works. Do you mind if I sit at this table? Sit at this seat? So I moved over 2 stools over, and the guy beside me said, it's an empty seat. Like, they rolled their eyes. They were like diehard gamblers, and here I am just having fun. I sat there, and I got on this dribble wheel in my mind. 3 of a kind, 3 in a row, 3 of the same suit. And I stayed on that. I didn't play extra chips. I played the same amount of chips every single hand. I kid you not. I won every single hand for the next hour and a half. No joke. All I did was play, thinking, 3 of a kind, 3 in a row, 3 of the same suit. And I kept seeing it as I would pick up my cards. I'd pick them up one at a time. Every single time I won for an hour and a half. My husband was so nervous. He would get up and he would walk around, and he'd come back. And finally, when I lost, I think it was 3 hands in a row, he goes, we're out of here. But I had them bring out new cards because it pushed the buttons of the pit bosses. They brought out extra pit bosses. They were watching me like I was cheating. And I did not get myself involved in their stuff. I was not going to get sucked out of my zone that I was in, and the thing was, I wasn't doing it to win money, which I did. I was doing it to just be an example and show these people how easy it is once you get out of your head and get out of your stuff And this works in all areas of our life. We can win when we get out of our stuff and stay focused, stay laser vision focused on what it is that we want to attract in our life, whether it's money or relationships or career or better parenting skills or whatever it is. If we give that same laser vision focus and belief, because I believed I was going to win every hand because I was just doing it to show them what was possible. I wasn't doing it to win and get my anxiety and get in here, oh my gosh, I've got to win this hand, and oh my gosh, I've got to have this card to make 3 of a kind, or I've got to have this card to make 3 in a row. I just did it with the energy of, I'm giving back. I'm showing these people what's possible. When you think outside of your comfort zone and not, oh my gosh, and get into that anxiety, that's what causes us to downward spiral, whether it's playing poker or anything else in our life. Once we get into that anxiety downward spiral, it takes us down in all areas of our life. So I hope you get a good takeaway from this. Continue to write me, Donna at DonnaHilfiger.com. Thanks for joining me.